making this film. I got the opportunity of working with a very good producer. He's not from a film background, but he's got passion for films, and that's the only reason why I agreed to work with Mr. Ravi Reddy and of course my favorite hero Naga Chaitanya, who's always made me feel very comfortable on the sets, very comfortable working with him. This film was slightly delayed because of the Tamil project, and then once we got into the climax, Chay's Premam also, shoot was happening. So towards the climax, I couldn't get him to shave the beard and stuff like that. But other than that, I think we had a great time working on the film, and I'm very, very happy about the response. I think for Chay, it's I kept telling him, Chay, this is the next step for you from the soft love stories that you've done. This will be the next step, and from here on, you should launch yourself as a mass hero. Is what I keep telling him. He keeps smiling whenever I say that. But I do believe that Chay has done a great job, and from now he can, completely experiment with a lot of interesting, tough, mass roles. Thank you for the response.
No, already my.
Okay.
Currency problem,
I think what I've heard is this is the largest in online bookings that has ever happened for any film. Obviously, because of the currency issue, which is very good for the country and everything. But obviously, it has affected our ticket sales a bit. Most theaters do not accept the notes, and it's not right also to accept the notes. But in spite of that, I think what we've collected is pretty decent. In spite of the demonetization, I've seen the same thing in Tamil also. There are lots of youngsters have come to the theater, and this week I think will be very good for us, including the weekend. The idea of one content being done in two languages and two huge markets fascinates me. So I write the script with no hero in mind, and then I have the opportunity of playing it with both the heroes. So actually the script is more suitable for Chay. Simbu, if you look at Simbu, he's done action roles, he's done mass roles. But Chay has not done that. So it's a story of an ordinary guy, like any one of us, who's faced in an extraordinary situation, what happens to him. For Simbu, he has to act like that. For Chay, it comes naturally. So for me, the idea of leveraging the same content across both the languages is the way I think films should be made. Telugu is a huge market, bigger than Tamil in fact actually. So the idea of using the same story across both the languages always interests me, and I like it. And we made sure the actors are comfortable. I never made Chay wait for a shot. In fact, we used to finish with Chay, send him off, and then only bring Simbu on locations.
There's a huge difference between the way you see Naga Chaitanya and Simbu in terms of
Definitely.
So the same subject, how would you quantify the same subject across two different people?
Yeah, so that was interesting to me, because sometimes when Simbu does the shot a certain way, I don't show Chay the shot, or I don't even tell him what Simbu has done. I tell him this is the moment, see what you can do, and he does it very differently. And for me, the same moment being done differently by two actors gets to me. It's a high for me. I don't try and correct them so much, unless it's something very particular that I want. And on various occasions, because Simbu never used to turn up on time, we used to finish with Chay. So what Chay would do, I would get an idea of the character, and I would tell Simbu, can we do it this way, kind of a thing. So it worked very well for me. Thankfully, we had only one heroine, so she didn't have,
Muru shot will be realistic.
Yeah. Except the climax.
Yeah. The climax is very cinematic. Why like that?
No, I don't want to. For me, this was my first attempt to go slightly commercial and slightly mass, if there is a word like that. I have not done that before.
Okay.
So when I wrote the script, I always knew the climax is going to be this entry, and this is the idea, this is what the character becomes. I thought, let me shoot it slightly in a commercial format for the first time. So I read one review where somebody had said, up till the climax, the film is like world cinema. Last 10 minutes like Telugu cinema. So you answer me, if that is right or not, I'm saying.
At the time of accident, you had your song. How did you?
Yeah, I read some interesting reviews about that. See, it is always conceived like that. When I narrated the story to Rahman sir, and I told him, all the songs were planned to be in the first half of the film. It is not a decision that we took on the editing table or anything like that. When I narrated the story to Rahman sir, I told him it's a story of a youngster. There's a girl who comes into his life. They take off on a road trip. So introduction, there'll be a song about a bike. When she comes into the house, there's a song. And then 3 songs on the road trip. Tanu Nenu, Chakori and Vellipomake. And he got the situations beautifully. Vellipomake, he asked me what is the situation. I told him at one point in the script, she's going away. He doesn't want her to go away. 3 hours before he drops her at her house. At that time, in his mind, her going away is like she's going away forever. He doesn't know if he'll be able to talk to her also after that. So in his mind, there's a little fantasy moment where don't go away from me. But that is broken by an accident that happens. A truck hits him. But his mind still stays with the fact that he doesn't want her to go away. So as a truck hits him and he's flying in the air, he loses consciousness, right? So at that time, his transformation is into about the girl going away and not wanting to let her go away and calling her back and stuff like that. So it was planned like that. Rahman sir composed the song listening to the situation. When the song became a super hit audio-wise, in my team they told me change the situation. Let's put it in the second half. I said no. I composed the song telling him the situation. I inspired him with the situation. He told me he's got a string melody, one continuous melody with a little rap. You write the lyrics and come, we'll record, he said. So when the song was inspired by the situation, why should I change the situation, I thought. So I shot it within the accident and did a little fantasy portion with it. It's been largely appreciated, and I think some people are wondering why also. So I think that's good. Discussion is good. The same film. Performance will differ. And I think the climax, when the rolling titles come, the scene with Manjima and Che is a little different from Simbu and Manjima. Only in terms of performance, the film is different. Otherwise, the script is the same. A monologue, dialogue-oriented climax. That was not how I had planned it on paper. On paper, I wanted to shoot training. I wanted to shoot how he investigates the case. A lot of other shots were planned. But unfortunately for me, in Tamil also, I couldn't shoot it. In Telugu, Che was doing Premam at that time and I couldn't get dates. So because of that, I couldn't shoot the montages that I had planned. His training shots were there. Even after we finished, I asked him whether we could do some training shots, but I couldn't get his dates. And I couldn't take off his beard at all. So these are problems that only I know. I would never say it otherwise. I'm not even saying what he goes through in the climax because this film is still in the theatres and this whole week is very important for us. But these are issues that only I know, and it's for me to cry about and not for everybody else to know. See, most of my villains, if you see, they'll be very flamboyant and powerful and strong villains. In this particular character, I wanted somebody irritating. Somebody who will, that when he talks Hindi and Marathi, you'll feel like hitting him. But he's a cop and he's a bad cop. And when I saw him in a studio, I liked the way he looked. So we got him, and I had a great time working with him. It was fun. He was really on the ball with everything and stuff. And I think he's got some appreciation here and there is what I feel, yeah.
Did he irritated you anytime?
With Josh, he was very raw and he kept looking to me for guidance. In this film, I just told him the shot, I told him the mood, and I wanted to see what he'll do. It definitely helped. I won't say no, but this still has got Vellipomake, A.R. Rahman's music. All the young crowd wanted to see the film. So I think even if Premam hadn't released, there was a little fight towards the end as to which film will come out first. But I think when Che suggested that Premam should come out first, the film is ready. I know what is happening, no? Somebody is coming and talking to me. I don't know what is happening. I'm trying to find out. That was the idea of the story. People are coming. There are people attacking. I have to run. Somebody attacking the ambulance. Some new guy comes and holds me at gunpoint. I attack him and I run away. I go to the house. There one bad guy is there. I run away I get into a hotel. There I fight with the guys and try to find out. He doesn't tell me anything. I go into a train. The bad cop comes there. So the whole treatment was something or other should keep. Because I write it. I write it because I like it and I write it a certain way that I want to write it. Once the film is made, I'm very worried about the producer, sir. I'm very worried. I had no idea what the film will do. He kept saying this film will work. It is his confidence. And Bellankonda Suresh sir also saw the film. Dilraju sir saw the film. All three of them said, very positive film. It will do really well. Only then I got the satisfaction and courage for Tamil version really well. Doing really well. I have no bones in admitting that. It's doing well.
Do you have any inspiration from this film,
sir? Sir, there is a story. There is a real incident of a doctor, sir. MBBS, and I think he'd done his house surgeoncy, and he was practicing in a small village in Tamil Nadu. And there were some anti-social elements who were trying to destroy his hospital and trying to take over the land. For about 1 year, he was fighting them. Quietly, he went, wrote his IPS, wrote his UPSC exam, became a police officer, and came back to the same village as a police officer and arrested them. That was the inspiration for the stories for me. It's a real life story. Somebody's got the rights to make this also a story in Tamil. Yeah. Yes. One little touch, sir, that's all. Somewhere, actually, the first title of this film in Tamil was What's Your Name? That's the title of the story. I thought there's this girl who comes and stays in his house and she's never heard his name being called. What are the words, sir? Father?
जनरली
Years ago, Truecaller was not there.
ट्रूकलर देखना मोबाइल उसका नाम पे रहना बोल के जरूरत नहीं है ना.
Sir, in my phone, there's no Truecaller, sir. I don't believe in that. My phone, there's no Truecaller. Yeah, next time we'll do all this. No, but I just thought we'll keep a little surprise kind of a thing. And when my team, I didn't tell anybody, sir, because I wanted to keep this surprise even within the team. So 3/4, about 80% of shooting was done when this scene was being shot. That house scene where the name is Rajnikant is revealed, father reveals. I sent the scene to my team. Everybody was shocked. They thought I'm joking. I got calls from all my assistants, from my producer, Tamil people, everyone saying, are you sure? What Rajnikant? You're joking. I said, no, it's Rajnikant. Let's keep it as Rajnikant and take it forward. Days later, he will call for a cube show in his house, sir. So 3 days only now, film release.
Currency cancellation issue.
Yeah, but that only producer should say, sir. I think people are okay. They're coming to the theatres.
మీరు ఎలా డేట్ చేస్తారు సినిమా టైటిల్ డెస్టినేషన్ అనుకున్నారా?
కాకపోతే ఏంటంటే ఆ డిసిషన్ అనేది మనం ముందు ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసింది కాదు కదా. ఇప్పుడు మనం 11th రిలీజ్ అని చెప్పి టోటల్ ప్లాన్ చేసుకున్నాం. సడన్లీ 9th డిసిషన్ తీసుకున్నది. ఇప్పుడు ఆ డిసిషన్ తీసుకున్న తర్వాత మన సినిమాని పోస్ట్పోన్ చేసుకోవడానికి అవకాశం ఉందనుకోండి. 1 వీకా 2 వీకా 3 వీక్సా మంత్స్ అయితే చేసుకోలేము. పోనీ ఈ ప్రాబ్లం ఏమన్నా 1 or 2 వీక్స్లో సాల్వ్ అవుద్ది అనుకుంటే ఖచ్చితంగా నేను వెయిట్ చేసేవాడిని. ఇప్పుడు అది డిసిషన్ మేకింగ్ ఆల్ ఓవర్ ఇండియా లెవెల్ అయింది. దాన్ని మనం కొంచెం ప్రాబ్లం అయినా పెయిన్ఫుల్ అయినా దాన్ని అప్రిషియేట్ చేయాల్సిందే. ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అనేవి ఎప్పుడూ ఉంటాయి, కానీ దాన్ని మనం ఒకవేళ దాన్ని పోస్ట్పోన్ చేస్తే 100% బెటర్మెంట్ వచ్చే అవకాశం ఉందనుకోండి, పోస్ట్పోన్ చేయొచ్చు. ఈ ఎఫెక్ట్ అనేది మినిమం ఒక 3-4 months దాకా ఉంటుంది. మనీ సర్క్యులేషన్ అనేది అట్లీస్ట్ ఒక 3-4 months ఉంటుంది. తప్పదు, అది మనం ఆ టైంలో డిసిషన్ అది కరెక్టే 100%.
Sir, if he had told me to push the film on Friday, this is Wednesday evening, sir. My overseas prints were already loaded. So I told my partner, check with Ravi Reddy, sir. They checked with him, he said, no, we are releasing. When he said we are releasing, I convinced my distributor saying we are releasing. So that's how it happened.
అంటే సేమ్ టైం ఇంకోటి అడ్వాంటేజ్ కూడా ఉందంటే రన్ చేస్తారు మన సినిమాని. ఎట్లాగో సినిమా మనం ముందే చూసాము, ఆ కంటెంట్ మీద నమ్మకం ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు సినిమా బ్యాడ్ అంటే సెకండ్ డేనే లోపలికి బయటకు వచ్చేస్తుంది, రిటర్న్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. సినిమా బాగుందంటారు కాబట్టి ఓపెనింగ్స్ అనేది కొంచెం ఎఫెక్ట్ అయింది. దానివల్ల ఒక 20-30% ఓపెనింగ్స్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. అంటే అది ముందే నేను ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసిన. కానీ ఇప్పుడు ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే కలెక్షన్స్ అనేవి మాస్ హీరోస్ బిగ్ టాప్ 5లో ఉంటారు. వాళ్ళకి సినిమా మంచిగా ఉన్నా బాగాలేకున్నా ఫస్ట్ 3 days వాళ్ళకి ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఆ తర్వాత సెక్టార్ ఉన్న హీరోలకు ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే ఓకే ఒక నార్మల్ ఓపెనింగ్స్ వస్తాయి, సినిమా బాగుందంటే అప్ టు 3 weeks వరకు రన్ ఉంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు 3 weeks వరకు రన్ ఉందానికి నాకు నేను వద్దన్నా కానీ థియేటర్లో ఇప్పుడు ఉంచుతారు, ఎందుకంటే వేరే ఆప్షన్ లేదు. కాబట్టి అది నాకు అడ్వాంటేజ్ అయితే లాంగ్ రన్లో సినిమా అనేది నేను చూసా, ఒక 20 times 30 times చూసిన సినిమాని 80% సినిమా థియేటర్కి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత ఎవరైనా బాగుంది అంటారు, ఇంకా బాగుంది అంటారు, కానీ బ్యాడ్ ఉంది బాగాలేదని ఎవరు అన్నారు. ఆ కాన్ఫిడెంట్ నాకు ముందే తెలుసు.